Department of Procurement, Logistics and Supply Chain Management and University of McKinney on Saturday will host one high-level forum for commemorate the World Procurement Day under the theme Adapting to AI-driven procurement and sustainable practice in transforming global landscape. Wey be dey tok Fodeje Kane, Chief Executive Officer for the National Public Procurement Authority (NPPA), we first tok wetin na NPPA and dem mandate, and as Salon dey pilot the AGP system na selected MDs dem.
Procurement to make sure say dem comply with the law wey govern public procurement in the country. The electronic government procurement or EGP na a platform wey dey can for digitize all the manual procurement system that we don dey do. So if dem be don dey do procurement requisition or procurement planning or bid solicitation through paperwork, now you dey do am through the interface of a digital system through a computer system wherein everything wey you dey do dey be programmed through a software system.
Why una decide for moving to this?
So for over 20 years we don dey do manual procurement systems, but as the world dey move forward, digitalization don become the most efficient way of doing things. So for make sure say procurement become more efficient, more productive, and for address the challenges of corruption, inefficiencies, we don decide say let we also automate the thing they are dey do manually now, and that they go reduce what we call human influence over the procurement process.
And also get the NPP wetin I call supplier registration module. How this very important for improved transparency competition?
So the EGP system entails of various modules. So the supplier registration is just one of them modules. And the supplier registration module, now they register all suppliers then we don't want to do business with government. So over a period, if you don't register na the system now, when you want for solicit a bid or when you do a tender, it's easy for let the system be able for use the system because the system will don't get your profile, it will capture the information the way you want for use.
So what's the other module then, and how the importance for
So we get after the supplier registration module, we get the normal price norm. Before we use the price norm book. So now that price norm book, we don't now the input and the system. So you go get now your prices then of your goods, standard goods then inside the system remotely or digitally inside the system. The guy they go on a website like Amazon or you go on eBay where they take prices for goods.
All right, so we see say the NPPA, they currently pilot the AGP system now selected MDs dem. So we want to know how prepared the institutions there and who support that they provide for ensure smooth transition.
So the NPPA don't they do a lot of training first of all for their identified pilots institution. Why we take pilots institution? We try for capture the institution the way they spend more of government money, big spending ministries then, and where they deal with various sectors then. So then sector then are like Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Works, including the Roads Authority. So then one and then are the core people and then one and the way and the pilots. Also we take all the governance institutions then. Governance institutions like the ACC, the Audit Service, the Ministry of Finance, the National Public Procurement Authority, NSSF, for let them also be part of them this initial process, so that they go able to enforce compliance and make sure say all other people the way the system go done ready for let all my use problem not go there for let people use them.
So public procurement is often vulnerable to corruption risk. So how this EGP system will help for minimize corruption and also improve accountability in then different MDs there?
So first, the EGP they reduce drastically human indiscretion. Human discretion, they lead to corruption, because when human they think they want to do something out of the way, they lead to corruption. So the system therefore reduce that human discretion, because now you're not able to do bid rigging unless you hack the system, and you have to be a super IT person for hack that system. So basically, the security of the system is so robust that you're not able to interfere with any operation where they go within that system. So you're not able to fix it. You're not able to do anything where you're not going to be captured by the date and time where you do them. So that a lot of flexibility with the manual system get, wey can be easily manipulated, e no dey happen with the EGP system.
So now let me go to the methodology for assessing procurement. As Salondo recently complete in OMAP assessment. So quickly one for let you break this down to Fambulem and waiting inside this assessment here and why this important to the country in public procurement system.
So the methodology for assessing procurement system, or MAPS, commonly known as MAPS, now a diagnostic tool. Wetin they use that for assess and diagnose procurement systems across the world and country procurement systems. Before, we began what to call country procurement assessment report, where the World Bank they do for know how the procurement system they do well in country. But now the world don't come together and they develop this tool we they call MAPS. So this tool now we use for this assessment we'll do for for the period of last year. So 2025, the MAPS now will look for that. So you look at all which we don't achieve on the gaps that we did and the things that we need for improve on. So the MAPS get about 4 pillars. Pillar 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the World Bank do pillar 1 and 2. The African Development Bank help do pillar 3 and 4. Pillar 1, they talk about the legal system. Then pillar 2, they talk about the framework, the policy framework where they will get as a procurement system. The other one, pillar 3, they talk about market operations. Then pillar 4, they talk about integrity issues around anti-corruption.
So what